she say can't put a sentence together? She's talking about Trump.
Right.
Well, every time Biden is on the news, nobody knows what he's saying. And again, I will give him the benefit of the doubt that he is a degenerate octogenarian. He is literally degenerating because of his health and his mind and his stature, whatever you want to call it. He is not there. We have his clown wife on there.
Well, speaking of Biden, and he's old and frail, Jill Biden was on The View recently.
In where they're going to turn off those mics so that somebody can't ramble or scream at somebody. Not that my husband would be the one doing that. And so that's already been negotiated. And, I think the American people deserve a debate because you need to see your choices. You need to see Trump, and you need to see the president, and you need to see the differences. And my husband's, and you're going to see how smart he is and the experience he has.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to excuse me.
Mr. Haney?
We're doing it for the first time now in the 21st century, going into the 20th, from the 20th century going into the second quarter of the 21st century, that we'd say 12 years is enough. I think 12 years is enough going into 20, 30, 40, 50. The rebuilding of Syria, of Libya, they're there. And I want to thank the Prime Minister for Colombia's leadership and the ASEAN chair.
Effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to
Got them $1.9 trillion relief so far. They're going to be getting checks in the mail that are consequential. The United States don't pay a cent. Not a single little red cent. I wrote the bill on the environment. Pay them more. This is an employees bargaining chip now.
And then you'll see somebody who, like you're saying, I'm going to use Joy's words, can't put a sentence together, and everything is beautiful, and it's wonderful.
Tremendous.
Big league. Tremendous. Yeah. So I think the American people deserve to see the two men who are running for this office, because your choice is going to be clear.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, let me see, how many years would that take? 1,060. Well, it'll be between 3 and 4 years. But all that time, you don't have to be paying me the $1 a week that I always... Listen to me, or I'll have to explain it to you all over again.
I hope you got a spare uniform, because in a minute, I'm going to vomit on you.
Oh my gosh. So, Shelley, I want to get your comments. First of all, let me just simply say, we deserve it, but you guys didn't think we deserved it until you saw that Joe Biden was down in the polls. When he first started, Trump was asking for the debates. Biden said he wasn't going to give him a debate because he didn't want to give him a platform to spew his lies and things. Now, Biden is hurting in the polls. He's down 10 points or so. And all of a sudden, he wants a debate. Shelley, what are your thoughts on Jill? She looks like Stormy Daniels.
Well, what we don't need to see, what we won't see, I hope, is a clown called Jill Biden. We won't see her on the debate stage, number one. Number two, about 4 years ago, Biden didn't even come out the damn basement, okay? Let alone debate anybody. He thought he was, I guess, above that and beyond that. This is going to be another show, because I don't think he's going to debate. I don't think he has the stamina to debate, let alone put together 5 words to make a sentence. This is what Democrats or the left, this is what they do. They accuse the right or Republicans, they accuse them of what they're doing exactly. Who does she say can't put a sentence together? She's talking about Trump. Right. Well, every time Biden is on the news, nobody knows what he's saying. And again, I will give him the benefit of the doubt that he is a degenerate octogenarian. That's it. Yeah. Or septuagenarian, he's 70-something, whatever it may be. He's a degenerate, and I mean that in the best sense. He is literally degenerating because of his health and his mind and his stature, whatever you want to call it. He is not there. We have his clown wife on there. At least she looks halfway decent on that view. So thank you for the makeup artist and the dress, the wardrobe person. But they're projecting. Biden is the one who can't speak, can't think, can't talk. Trump is going to run circles around him if he even shows up.
Yeah, and we know they're pushing propaganda. We know this. But what I want to ask you is, I'm thinking the number one thing that they are going to push at this debate is January 6th.
Oh, probably.
They're going to push to keep saying Trump is an election denier. January 6th. What do you think, Trump? How do you think he should respond to that? Because that's what they're going to say. He's going to say.
I mean, what can he say at this point? I mean, it's a lot. Actually, it's a lot he can say, but he's already said it.
Yeah.
There's nothing more he can say. And to be honest with you, I kind of agree with Jill Biden. I think that this will be the time that everyone can see the clear difference between the president and President Trump.
Yeah.
So, I agree with her.
Yeah. What are you looking for in this debate, Giovanni? Because, again, we got to make sure, because I don't want us as conservatives to get so excited about this, because actually, Joe Biden has a very low bar. And so when you have such a low bar to meet, it's easy to look like you're doing a good job. I remember the debates clearly in 2020, was it? Or 2016? Was it? No, 2020. Yeah, and I have to be honest with you guys. I was rooting for Trump, and Biden did a lot better than I expected him to do.
He was also...
He's gotten older. Since
he's also...
Yes, but people said the same thing. I remember they were saying they didn't think he was going to be able to formulate a sentence, and whatever Coke they gave him, some type of Coke, that Coke that they gave him pumped him up. I mean, he was like a rabbit out there. Giovanni, what do you think about this?
Well,
are we getting too excited for this, or?
Well, Q Biden clone number 378.
So you think they're gonna clone him?
Yeah.
First, you are gonna see a juiced up version of Biden, but I don't know. They may even put the frail one out, right? Because the nation will get to see a sympathetic, we'll have sympathy on Biden, and the way Trump is aggressive, they'll try to use that as a weakness against Trump, right? When, Trump's just going after this frail old guy. Well, but I think Trump just needs to stick to the facts, right? How is your pocketbooks? Is it, how are your city streets? Are they safer? Are they, how's home ownership? Right? Are you able to afford a home right now? Like, the entrepreneurship, have you started a business? You being able to succeed? Like those type of things. Just stick to the facts. Are you better now than you were 4 years ago?
That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I am just nervous. I am nervous. They're going to come out and he's going to look like Ric Flair out there. Biden, he's going to be pumped up so much.
I'm not, because I already know that the left is, I said it before, it's a ploy.
They're tricky. They're
exactly.
So tricky.
So I already expect them to do this, and I also expect the media to be in cahoots with them. The media is going to be so one-sided. So I have, in that sense, I know that's what I'm expecting. That so my expectations are not going to be daunted in that way. I do hope Trump will stick to the facts, stick to the policies, and stick to the results of what his tenure did.
Look, stick to, like, because this is Americanism versus communism, right? And if he brings up, I think he needs to bring up all the things that are going on with him before Biden can get to it. And bring up the weaponization of the DOJ and everything that bring up that they're going after, that you think that it's going after me, they're going after you, and here's how, and actually break that out. And she talked about how he can't formulate a sentence. Well, Trump speaks very directly,
Exactly.
right? And
off the cuff too.
Generally, that's how people like to receive information. When you start speaking in these word salads, right, you're starting to confuse people. Not only confuse, like you intend to deceive them, right? So, if it's because he can't formulate a system, no, he's not being deceptive like you guys are.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the Biden team wants to debate inside a TV studio. They don't want a crowd because they're afraid that if there's a crowd, people will laugh at Trump's lines.
And
that looks good for Trump, right? And they want microphones that automatically cut off when a speaker's time limit lapse to prevent Trump from being able to jab in and ask any questions of Biden.
This is a debate, exactly. If I was advising Trump, I would tell him, answer their questions, but then elaborate how you want to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what are the stipulations that the Republicans,
Exactly.
Trump's team is saying? I mean, we should counter that with
Exactly.
Well, you know, they're not going to have
common sense.
Well, all the media is leftist. The mainstream media is leftist. They're all going to be sort of on Biden's side. So, I mean, really, it's like Trump is going into the lion's den.
We should ask him.
Well,
can we
Trump already said, I'll bring my crowd and want yours to show up too.
Right,
and this is why they're trying to shut that part down, right?
we should offer to host it.
Yeah, we should offer to host it. Yeah.
But another thing about this whole debate thing, I think they will bring out the frail old man, because this is the opportunity they're going to use to replace him, right? This is what they're going to show. Well, okay, so he came out, he made his points, he was nice. Maybe we should replace him with someone else nice. Cue the Michelle Obama. Cue someone else.
Do you really think that's going to
I've been saying that.
They can't do it after the convention.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can do the convention. Yes, they
after
can.
the convention. The debates will be
Yes,
after
they
the convention.
can do it.
But what
yes,
have
they
Democrats said that they couldn't do, right? I mean, the thing that they're going after Trump for right now,
Yeah.
right?
They'll
So
figure it out.
they'll figure out a way to get it done.
Yeah, you're right.